Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, I know what happened. There we go. Hello.
Hi.
Jeriah was gone for a second. I found him.
Hi, that happens sometimes.
So, everyone was asking for it after last week. I'm here to oblige. We're finishing Grapple Force Rena. Dee's not here. Jeriah is.
I'm here, and I didn't watch much of last week at all. So, what's this game, E?
Okay, so you got a grapple hook.
Right.
And it's Sonic.
Oh, I gotta go.
There's way more dialogue than I thought, and
Okay.
I would say it's all pretty comparable to Sonic Adventure 2.
Okay.
So that's what we're doing.
All right.
Let's see if I remember. So
Wow, looks like you're very far into it.
yeah, I think like an hour or two. We're in a forest.
All right.
Phew, no fairies yet. So far, so good. You want to be the fairy?
Hey, you. I won't have any silly voices because I'll kill my voice if I do that.
That's fair. Eep.
I don't know who you are, but the prince says humans aren't allowed in the fairy forest. Path. Hey, Path. Get out of here. What's Path?
What's
Oh,
the matter
it's a
this
person.
time, Liv?
There's a human in the fairy forest, so we gotta tell on him.
Can't we do it later?
Come on, you silly. You know the rules. Put down the strawberry and come on.
I want to put down the strawberry.
Okay, fine. I'll do it. Prince Ark. Hey, your princess. Hey.
This best be worse than royal tension this time, Liv.
It is. There's a human in the fairy forest. You said that's totally not allowed, right?
What? A human has dared intrude on our sacred grounds? And we're already dealing with the hollow menace? What impudence! I'm not here to cause trouble. I'm actually here to help. See, I'm a hero, and I'm fighting against... You aren't causing trouble, human. You are trouble. We don't seek your help, nor do we need it. You are not welcome here. Such is the noble decree of the Prince of Fairies.
That's him, by the way.
In other words, get out of my sight! But you don't understand. There's this guy hiding who's...
Ah, you're getting murdered.
This is the royal blade of the fairies. It's been in my possession for untold days upon days, even weeks. And in my hands only is surged with power. Behold! Whoa! That's so must be one of the... This mighty display is going to be your one and only warning, human. You may consider me letting you off with a warning to be a royal gift. But don't you dare thank me for this gift! The Prince of Fairies ID that I got for give it all.
If you keep staying here, we're gonna have to kick your butt. Sorry, but rules is rules, especially when the prince says so.
This isn't how I wanted to spend my afternoon. Liv, Path, come on. Come now, we'll inform the others of this incursion.
Right away, your princely royalness.
Alright, I'll go, if I gotta. Oh no, the strawberry. Oh dear, I guess I'm really in trouble now. But me turning back now is just what the villain wants. The fairies keep everyone down is just a part of his big dumb plan. Sorry, but I've gotta keep going.
Alright. How
video
Sonic
game?
is this?
It's pretty Sonic level design. There's this ability though.
Oh, okay.
So like
That's better than Sonic.
It's got cool combat. I don't know if you ever saw the N64 game Mischief Makers.
Is that the one where you're that thing with the purple hair, and then you like have weird arms, you grab onto stuff, and you like pump it?
Yeah. Yes, that's one way. Yeah, it's that one.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I know that game. Played a lot of that.
Well, I don't like that game. I like the design. I didn't vibe with it.
Right.
But yeah, I would say this is that game mixed with Sonic.
Okay.
I think it actually works pretty well. You got to have
well, I guess you
there's
never
the
had
Sonic. You had the pleasure of you didn't have to watch me do the maze level.
Oh,
that one was awful. I need to turn this.
It's very loud.
Yeah. Does it not save the sound settings? Oh wow, what?
Well.
Alright, well. Oh, we gotta redo Nope, we gotta redo it.
Oh no. Alright, get deeper in that forest.
Here I go. Oh yeah, but it is actually a grapple hook.
Oh, good.
I said this in the first one. This is the 4th grapple hook video game I have played this year.
So it's actually half Sonic, half Bionic Commando.
Maybe. Does Bionic Commando have the grapple like the combat gimmick this one has?
I mean, it's all grapple hook.
Fair enough. I never got to play it.
You seem to like grappling hooks, so I think it might be right in your wheelhouse.
Maybe. I'll add that to the list of grappling hook video games I want to play. Die! Oh, shit!
Oh, man. These fairies are fucking you up.
They are. See ya! Ooh. Also, there's collectibles I can collect. I already missed a bunch, so I'm not going for 100%. Lucky for you. It's not right again. I have a general rule: if I see one, I go for it. I died.
Well, you gotta go for it if you see it.
I believe there's no checkpoints in each course. But the courses are about 5-10 minutes max.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, Sonic. Actually, shorter than Sonic.
It has very fluent character animation.
Yeah, it looks great. Ow.
Yeah.
I think the enemy design's pretty good. Ow.
So far, I've only seen fairies and this weird hedgehog guy.
That's all you need.
Alright, well, and that guy, I guess.
Yeah. He goes, wow!
No, that's fun.
I should have demonstrated its actual gimmick. If you have one, it like slows down your fall.
Oh, cool.
Die.
So, Liz and I, my wife, we went and ate at a Mexican place tonight, Mexican restaurant. And we got some sopapillas.
Of course, of course.
And I've never seen sopapillas served in this way. Like, I'm used to this, like, hey, here's sopapilla, and then they bring some honey out to you and some butter if you want, and like you just eat the sopapilla however you want, right?
Yeah.
But they were 6 little triangle sopapillas that were already drizzled in honey and had a bunch of whipped cream next to it.
Huh.
And I've never seen it served that way. It was delicious, but yeah, weird. Maybe I'm just used to more family style, you know?
You're used to like more just like we're a Mexican restaurant, here's the food.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, E.
What up?
Saw Avatar 2.
Is it a movie?
It's Avatar 2, baby.
Wow. It's exactly as advertised.
Yeah. Couldn't argue, but it's not. It's a beautiful movie.
Sure.
And it was 3 hours and 15 minutes long. They could have cut like an hour out of that, and it would have been a way better movie.
Nice. Well, I'll wait for the Schneider cut then.
No, like I have no doubts in my mind that there will be a 6-hour cut of this movie.
The like television cut, basically. Oh wait, like the extended cut. Okay.
Yeah, like the extended cut. So like he's also James Cameron, who is the director and writer and producer and whatnot.
Yeah. The guy who's the only person who uses 3D anymore.
Well, a lot of people do. He's the only person that like actually films in 3D though. Most people just convert it. But he already filmed the third one.
Right, he wants like 9, right?
He has 6 planned, or to do the 6th one planned right now. He has already filmed the third one. It's in post-production. The initial cut that he has right now is 10 hours.
God. Someone needs to tell him you can't just like keep adding to a movie. You can just stop at some point.
Yeah, he's also filmed part of 4 already. It's ridiculous.
He sure takes a lot of time to make these movies that are just okay.
I mean, visually, it is a spectacle.
Sure.
I've never seen a movie that beautiful in its own way. It's just fucking jaw-dropping gorgeous. It's like 80% in 48 frames.
Interesting choice.
Yeah, but like it's almost makes no sense which parts are and which parts aren't. So like watching the movie, I knew it was gonna have frame rate stuff like that. And then going into it, like whenever it would be dialogue for the first maybe 15 minutes, and it would be a close up on the character's face, it would be 24 frames, so normal frame rate for a film. And then when it was like action scenes, it's up to 48, so it's like super fast paced and like feels super fluid. And then at some point, it just stopped following that rule, and just some action parts were 24, some dialogue parts were 48. Like it didn't seem like there was a rhyme or reason to why some of it was and wasn't.
He just forgot. He was like, was it 24 or 48 I did the dialogue? I was probably 48.
Literally 10 days before the movie premiered in theaters is when they finished editing it.
That must have made the investors very happy.
Yeah.
They must have loved that.
Yeah. But yeah, like visually, I actually am one of the few people who really like the 48 frames for CGI heavy like action stuff. I think it looks really good. For like just humans talking, I think it looks real bad. So there's that. But yeah, no, just everything, all the technical stuff about that movie is a marvel and just fucking incredible. And the way that he mixes the CG characters with the real live action characters, I couldn't tell a difference, honestly. Like, it felt so seamless. And then the fact that everything that's underwater in the movie was actually shot underwater is just silly, but all the underwater stuff looks great and the 3D looks amazing, so...
10 people died in the filming of Avatar.
I don't think anybody died, thankfully. Maybe of old age, because of how long it was in production.
Yeah, fuck it. Avatar 1 was almost 2 decades ago, wasn't it?
13 years.
13, 2 decades, basically the same.
But originally Avatar 2 was supposed to come out in 2014, so...
I wonder if...
It had
did they just delays. Not have, like, investors? Like, they just couldn't get someone to fund Avatar 2? Oh, no, that game made jillion dollars, right? Yeah,
that's like that and Endgame often trade spots for #1 most
yeah,
making
what's
money
winning now?
I think Endgame is right now. Actually, no, I think Avatar might be now because they just did a re-release.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know they keep doing like a pissing contest where they just keep re-releasing the movie.
Which is hilarious at this point because it's just Disney versus Disney.
Yeah.
It used to be Fox versus Disney with that, but then, you know, Disney just bought their competition.
Insane. Oh, Zafun saying, no Smurfs were harmed in the making of Avatar 2.
We don't know that for sure.
Comes out, Papa Smurf dead. Also, I did it.
You did it. I'll watch Avatar 3 in theaters with 3D. I do not think I will ever watch Avatar 2 ever again, though.
ever. I don't want to watch it for the first time. I barely watched Avatar 1.
Liz did not have a good time.
I think she's a little more indicative of taste in movies to me sometimes. So
yeah,
I'm gonna trust her on that one.
She straight up was like not having a good time.
She didn't just leave you.
No, thankfully.
I feel like she should have just walked into a different movie. Well, no, there's way better security now. You can't just walk into a different movie anymore. But
it's true. Oh my, what to do? My pipe puzzle is all in a scramble. What a catastrophe. Oh, perfect timing.
Eep. I promise I'm not doing anything bad.
Human intruder, I need your help.
My help? Really?
I'm Puzzle Keeper Fwee, and my puzzle I'm keeping is all messed up. But if you can solve it, then we'll be able to use this door.
Oh, that's where I'm headed. Do you think I could get through?
Well, sure, but you gotta solve the puzzle first, or else you can't.
All right, I'm on it. It'll be solved before you know it.
Now you just gotta solve a puzzle?
What if I... Oh. I see.
Alright, water's gotta get through there, E.
Puzzle solved, let's go.
You did it.
What if it did it's all the way to the end?
That would be great.
Alright.
So in every act, is there like a puzzle level?
Yes and no. They just keep making more gimmicks, honestly.
Oh.
Some are good, some are bad. The best one was there was a little pirate penguin that you carried around, and it fought for you. And you could, like, throw him places, and it was really good.
Nice.
Hey, what's going on here? Oh, that's wrong.
That's also wrong. Those are now they're both wrong. But in different
Not
ways.
if I have anything to say about it.
That's definitely wrong.
Ah.
Hey, there you go.
That's probably right.
I don't think
Let me
that's
go
right.
check.
Yeah, okay.
No, not there.
Hey, I'm Jan, the assistant puzzle keeper. Or assistant to the puzzle keeper? Are those the same thing? Anyway, Flea is my boss, and I'm assuming you met her if you're solving the puzzle? Since she does the coolest, I can't wait to be in charge of my own puzzle someday. You never will be.
Zafoon says the RNG dice rolling minigame.
Yeah, there's a Casinopolis part. And there's a craps room, and you just have to win at craps. And I was stuck there for like 2 minutes.
Nice.
Captain America throws his mighty shield. That's all I know.
You know what? You know what movie's real good?
What?
Captain America.
Which one?
Yes. Well, no, not yes. Captain America First Avenger, Captain America Winter Soldier, and Captain America Civil War are all very good.
Which one's bad? Ow.
The ones that were made in the 70s.
Well, okay, sure.
Hey, E.
Hello.
What is an eggnog?
It's dairy with egg in it, and has flavoring and stuff.
Okay, great. I'm glad you know. Liz, tonight, just learned for the first time that eggnog has egg.
I see.
Yes. So I was like, I'm gonna make homemade eggnog. Alcoholic and whatnot. And it'll be all tasty, and it'll be, I made it all by myself. And she's like, how do you do that? I was like, well, you get all the stuff, and you crack the egg in there, and you shake it up, and then you have eggnog. She's like, ew, why would you put an egg in that? And I'm like, 'cause that's what eggnog is. Like, no, it isn't. It's great.
I learned a lot of people don't like eggnog, which is funny to me.
I used to hate it.
And then you put
now I
alcohol
really
in it.
like it. Yeah, and then like I get drunk off it now, so it's great.
I just
Actually,
like...
you do not want to get drunk off eggnog. It's such a hangover.
I mean, depends. I mean, that depends what you put in the eggnog.
Well, yeah, obviously you're putting alcohol.
Right, but like what alcohol you put in it matters.
Doesn't matter. Eggnog is so sweet, man. Just immediately blows up your brain.
That's why it's good raw. I don't know if raw's the right word for eggnog, but...
Just non-alcoholic, I think. Just virgin nog.
No.
Oh, no.
See, I need to check, because I feel like eggnog, by definition, isn't alcoholed.
It's not, no.
Yeah, so like...
But why would you ever not have alcohol when you're gonna have alcohol?
Alcohol's gross.
No, alcohol's tasty and it makes you
disgusting.
forget.
That's a lie. I can't get the taste of alcohol out of my mouth to this day.
I've never forgotten what alcohol tastes like. Don't you ever lie to me again.
I still have nightmares about the fucking coffee flavor alcohol.
Oh my, Guinness Nitro, which is delicious.
It's disgusting. It is the most bitter drink I've ever had.
Yeah, it's super bitter. It's tasty.
Actually, speaking of bitter drinks, when I was like looking at houses with my friend, we went to this weird sandwich place, and they had like green matcha tea, and like they gave me a sample. I was like, oh, okay, this doesn't really taste like tea, and I got it. When there's a lot of it, it sure tastes like tea. And it was gross. Oh, Jeriah blue screen, nice. Well, you could just join the call and we'll see. I'm curious what it looks like on the stream. He's just frozen there. All right, just imagine he's he's there talking to me. Oh yeah, that's funny. That's not right. Damn. They're deep in the... He's really thinking about this tea story. He's like, I can't believe it. Choo. What else do I need to do? Is that it? Did I solve it? Okay, no, I need the one that goes slightly up. Here's... ouch. Done. Yeah, where's... I think I dropped it. Yeah, it's that one. Go away.
I'm back.
Hello.
Hi.
Not a super drastic blue screen, it would appear.
No, like the computer starts back up very quickly. I need to figure out why it keeps doing that though.
Yeah, it would help.
Because at this point, it's happened 3 times in the last like 2 weeks, so that's not great.
No, it's usually not advisable.
No, no.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if my camera's showing up or not.
Let me unscreen the stream. No, I have to fix it. Bap. Okay, it's fixed.
Hey! Alright, so what were we talking about?
I was talking about tea.
Oh, tea, what about it?
Where did you blue screen? What did any of the story go through? Should I just restart the
I think
story?
none of it happened.
Okay. So I was looking at houses with a friend, and after we went to this weird sandwich place.
Sure.
And then one, they had like they gave me a sample of this green mochi tea or something.
Sure.
And like I had it and it tasted pretty good. So I was like, oh, this one doesn't like taste like tea. So I got it. It turns out when you have a lot of it, it tastes like tea.
Really, matcha just tastes like grass, though.
See, it was like really sweet and
Well, yeah,
like
sweet grass.
yeah, like it was. Also, I solved it. It was like good when I had like a little sample cup. Wait, what?
Did you have a cold matcha?
It was cold.
Wow.
Yeah. It was on ice.
You did it. You solved the puzzle.
Was it supposed to do that?
Yeah, definitely. At least, I'm pretty sure. Well, 60% sure.
Well, alright. So, is the door supposed to open?
Yep.
Doesn't the puzzle open the door?
Oh, no. The door has a handle on it. You know what a handle is, right? Do humans have doors?
It wasn't locked?
No, not at all.
So I could have opened it at any time?
Well, you had to do the puzzle first.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
I'm really curious about some. Oh, whoops. I'll check it if I remember.
Yeah, just check it out. You're not in here yet.
I guess that's fair.
You just want to see if you can open the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if it's literal. It'd be great.
Yeah, that would be.
I don't think it will, but it would be great. Cause it started the puzzle. No, okay.
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 That would have been great.
It would have been funny. Time for an elevator level.
Elevator action.
That is a video game. Huh, what's all this? I think it's the right way, but...
Welcome.
Whoa, hello there! What is this place? Is there a way through?
This is the ferry elevator. The elevator anyone can ride. I'm Belle, and I'll be your attendant today. We'll be heading up to the abandoned tower shortly, so just sit tight.
Oh, that's perfect! Thank you very much! Shit, what was this one? There you are! Uh-oh! First you enter deeper in a forest against my wishes, and now you take refuge in my ferry elevator? The elevator anyone can ride? You disgust me!
Oh, that reminds me. As a human intruder, you will be subject to fierce battles. Lots of big hollow bad guys are around too, so it's extra dangerous. Be careful.
Huh, enjoy this ride at your own folly, human. If I be, don't you dare do this right! I command that you have a very bad thing!
Are the fairies in the rest of it or just here?
No, just here. They're only in the
Okay.
forest.
Huh. Please keep all limbs and wings inside the elevator at all times. Going up.
Dead. Dead. Dead.
Well, this seems easy. Flora 1, mushrooms, toadstools, and mushroom accessories.
Oh no.
Have there been a few of these?
No. This is the first elevator level!
Oh.
I told you, it just adds gimmicks.
Flora 2, apparel made of leaves, vines, and oversized flower petals.
Dead.
Nailed it.
Oh wait, he's not dead.
Unnailed it.
Probably dead.
Re-nailed it. Flora 3, Assorted rings and circles. Oh, it is Sonic.
So like I joke it's Sonic, but it really is just like it feels like a Genesis game in general.
It looks like a Genesis game.
Yeah. Hey. Like it has a lot of the vibes of like Rise Star and there was another one D was saying, I can't remember off the top of my head.
Flora 4. Teacups for drinking out of. Teacups for sitting in. And teacups. Other. What?
I want the other. This is a bomb.
Oh, that's a cool bomb. Flora 5. Communal lessons for dancing, gardening, and proper moth care. Gotta take care of those moths.
Let me off. Oh, I've never I never tried that before, actually. Go away.
Flora 6. Sparkles, twinkles, and dust.
Thought it said Twinkies for a second. It's like, oh, gross, get me out of here.
That's the floor for me.
Yeah.
Flora 7. Sealy Food Court. Unsealy Food Court closed for renovations.
Go to jail.
Oh man, E.
What up?
I started playing the Talking Gun game.
Oh, the Rick and Morty
Yeah.
High on Life? Is that
High on Life.
Life Be High?
Flora 8. Path to the Abandoned Tower.
Oh, wait, that's my stuff!
Oh, wonderful! I hope you enjoyed your ride today. Please feel free to visit again next time you're trespassing in our forest.
Alright, thank you. That was a level.
That was. But yeah, the actual like gameplay around it is pretty solid. Man, does that fucking gun not stop talking.
That's literally all I've heard is like the game itself is solid. Everything else sucks.
I wouldn't say sucks. Like,
I mean,
some of the jokes are like, it's very hit and miss, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, say what you will about Rick and Morty, I think the first 3 seasons-ish are like really, really solid.
Yeah.
Really funny writing.
I think most people would agree with that, actually.
I would say if the first 3 seasons of Rick and Morty were like 95% of the jokes hit and 5% don't, I'd say it's more like in High on Life, 40% of the jokes hit and 60% don't.
Ugh.
So, yeah.
Obviously, like, the internet's the internet, so it's gonna over-exaggerate and, like, only show the worst parts of stuff, but, like...
Sure.
Every clip I see is them, like, trying to be Portal and Stanley Parable, but not even close to as witty.
Yeah, so a lot of the clips online are also, like, just showing the one gun.
Mm-hmm.
There's other guns. There's 3 other guns. And voiced by different people, like different comedians and stuff. So depending on what gun you have out... What was that?
It doesn't have to be Morty.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be just Morty the gun. So, like, it's a very different comedy style depending on what gun you have out, actually. I would say the Morty gun is the worst gun.
I mean,
yeah.
That gun never shuts up, basically, right?
It doesn't. Even when you turn the gun chat frequency down, it just still doesn't stop talking.
They really thought everyone would love it.
At least Justin Roiland did.
This is it! The tower! It's so broken down, doesn't look like there's a way in. Did someone ask for a way in? What are you doing here? This guy's from another level.
Oh, okay, cool.
What's the matter? Scared? No, I'm not. You better not be up to something. If you're ready for round 2, I'll fucking kick your ass. Easy there, kid. I think she did. Easy there, kiddo. You're not the one I'm after. I'm not? That floating dick. I don't know what this game is, but I played fiddle. Getting vested in a fight is one thing, but I won't take being swindled.
And that's where you come in. You're already a way to trounce him, right? So I figure I might as well give you a hand up if you're going to do the dirty work.
Dirty work? There's no way I'm doing this for you, you fucking dick.
But you are going to do it, right? The only one who cares about reasons around here is you, kiddo. It's gonna be pretty hard to get up to the top of this place without my help. Take it or leave it.
Leave it.
Ugh, fine. Just so you... I won't be thankful. I read it, don't worry.
Really taking some liberties there, honey.
Safun says, I like the knife, but they kind of mute him shortly after you get him from what I watched.
Oh yeah, so you get a knife that's like real into being a knife. Like it really loves murdering people and just making their guts go everywhere. And so like every single thing you interact with, he's like, just let me fucking stab him. Just I want to stab him so much. And he basically comes from stabbing people. That's kind of his thing.
I see.
It's that kind of game, you know.
Yeah. Again, I have a limited thing, but it really just feels like they really wanted to be Portal and Stanley Parable.
I don't know about Stanley Parable. I don't think it ever gets to that level.
I mean, some of that's just because, like,
awareness.
I mean, I've definitely seen some, but like I said, it's probably less than is in the whole game, because, like, no one's gonna post the entire video game in a Twitter clip.
Right, yeah.
It'd be
well,
funny.
who knows?
Yeah. But, just, like, stuff about, like, I guess pausing and random stuff has, like, specific stuff.
Oh, yeah. There's one specific scene, and it's, like, at the very beginning of the game, like, literally when you first get the gun. To where it's, like, telling you to fight them, and then if you don't fight them, if you just sit there and do nothing, it's, like, tells you that you... Don't you know how to fucking play a video game? Just press the fucking trigger. Just press any fucking button. Make something fucking happen. And then if you pause and unpause, it's like, did you press the fucking pause button? That pause button pauses the game. When has it ever shot anything in any video game? It's the first video game you played? And I think it only happens at that one spot.
Okay. If it's just like that, that's fine. Like, I forget the example, but it's like, a lot of that stuff is just hard to keep doing because it's like kind of overdone for the most part. So if it's not too much focus on that, that's fine. And again, like, Stanley Parable kind of nailed all those jokes about video games.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah. It is occasionally very self-aware video gamey thing, but that's definitely not like it's a main thing it's going for.
Okay. Damn it. I didn't want to take the portal. I fell. The portal actually literally just didn't help me in the slightest.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still doubt I would like it, but I mean, I don't like those games anyways, so...
Yeah, you don't even like first-person shooters, so...
I mean, Half-Life's cool.
Yeah, you have played Half-Life, that's true.
Watch me just, like, get in Half-Life 2 and I just suddenly love every first-person shooter after that.
It's like, I guess this is my new shit.
I wouldn't be surprised if, like, I actually vibe with first-person, or, single-player first-person shooters. Because, again, a lot of my dislike of first-person shooters just comes from a friend who only played Call of Duty.
Yeah.
So, like... And I don't like, those... I don't like, what are those called? Team-based... No, team-based shooters like Team Fortress. Whatever Call of Duty
Team Fortress and Overwatch.
Well, I don't like those either.
Call of Duty
like,
has, like, a bunch of modes. It's just...
Yeah. Team Deathmatch.
It's just a military shooter.
Yeah. Not a big fan. I can't say I don't like games like Team Fortress 2 and Overwatch. I literally have not played any of it, either of them. Just, like, I don't like, just, like, online competitive games like that. The only online competitive game I like is fighting games.
That's fair. I'm the opposite. I don't like online fighting competitive. I only like the shooting competitive. And I think that's probably has more to do with like the understanding of the gameplay and like the skill set and stuff.
Yeah. And that's fine. Like
I suck at fighting games, honestly.
Yeah. You can learn. I could teach you.
I don't wanna. It seems hard.
The trick is just get someone who's like relatively fuck off. Relatively close to your skill level. Like me and D both are fairly bad at fighting games, but because we both play fighting games, it works out.
Yeah. I used to be really good at them when I was 13, 14. And I was like way into fighting games actually then. Loved Soul Calibur. Really fucking loved Soul Calibur. And then one day, one of my friend's little sisters came over. She was like 12 or something. And first time she ever even touched the controller, and she beat me. So I was like, well, fuck this then. Never playing these anymore.
Did it occur to you might have not actually been good at fighting games then?
Yeah, that occurred to me.
Yeah, so like, I forget the exact thing, but like, it's a common thing when learning a skill set. Oh wait, hang on, let me talk to this guy. Ah, there you are, just so you know, there's gonna be a huge enemy. And here you are, just lounging, I know you can fight. Nah, I'm fine right here, you go have fun. But it's like, the steps of mastery where it's, unconscious incompetence, conscious incompetence, unconscious competence, and, conscious competence. So, like, everyone who plays fighting games, like, just like they bought a fighting game, they're playing single player, they fucking rock the single player, they're at conscious incompetence, or unconscious incompetence. Because as far as they know, they're the hot shit.
Right.
And then when you meet someone who, like, not even meet someone who's good at fighting games, just like if you play someone who, like, just does something you're not expecting and get your shit knocked in, it's a learning experience, essentially.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like, my guess is she probably just mashed buttons, and because you weren't, because you were still kind of learning fighting games, you didn't have an answer for that.
Probably right, you're probably right.
Ouch.
Anyway, fighting games suck.
I mean, I'd love to, like, it would probably be more me and D than, like, you guys. I discussed just having, like, a bunch of streams where we just play weird-ass fighting games, because there's a lot of them.
There's a lot of... Dime a dozen.
Uh-huh. I have many of them on Steam. One's just a fighting game with a bunch of Japanese guys, mocapped, or not mocapped, whatever the technique old Mortal Kombat used, digitized.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just a bunch of Japanese men digitized, and they're all in their underwear. And that's the gimmick of the fighting game.
This boss fight seems very easy.
I won. I think that's just a mini-boss.
Oh.
The boss fights are also piss easy, though, I'll be quite frank. Just like Sonic!
Hey, there you go.
So yeah, here's the boss.
Now the boss fight, the real fight.
Yeah.
Also, before we get into this, Zafoon says, Deathmatch, Team Deathmatch, Battle Royale, Free-for-all, just any competitive PvP in general, not good at and don't like too much.
Yeah, it's all about, like, I would say I'm not super competitive in nature, and that's a big thing. Like, I play, like, competitive fighting games, but even then, I don't have, like, the drive to be the best.
Right.
So, like, I'm fairly stagnant and fine with that. But, like, go ahead.
Whenever I get into COD, like, if I'm 3 hours into it, I get so frustrated with other people, because eventually, like, you play really great matches because it's skill-based matchmaking.
Yeah.
And it puts you with people who are, like, in the same area as you, and then it's just like, well, they're just fucking rocking my world now.
Yeah, that's how it works. It's funny to be, like, seeing people complain about skill-based matchmaking, because it's like, what, you're mad you have to play people about the same skill as you?
I have a friend who purposely games a skill-based matchmaking system to complete the challenges. Like the dailies and stuff. Like, he'll be terrible in like 6, 7, 8 matches in a row. So they put him with really terrible people. And then in one match, he'll just bust out all of the daily challenges. It's very weird.
Yeah. Fair enough. I'm surprised they don't, like, penalize people for doing that. But I guess it's hard to tell, like, what if you're just having an off day?
What if you just suck?
What if you just suck one time?
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. There you are. The jig is up.
I bet you think you got me by surprise, huh?
This is the big bad, by the way.
Oh, okay.
In truth, it was I who was expecting you.
Oh, come on. I don't believe that for a second. I'm starting to think you don't actually have a plan at all. Yo! I suspected you'd show up here coming to reclaim your lost territory. And you brought in an accomplice even? How did you sneak this one in? No, this is the one I tried to tell you about.
Oh, it looks like I've been found out. Oh, whatever shall I do?
Don't listen to him. He's just trying to trick us into fighting. Silence! You even think you know tricks better than us fairies? Enough talk. There will be time for orders later. When I'm dragging you both dead, battered bodies out of the forest. Oh no.
Hey here, my, the prince is a little fireball, isn't he? He won't be bothering us again for a while. Now, where were we?
You were gonna make me fight him?
Oh, you must think I'm getting predictable. No, my plane is such a higher level that you're understanding that.
Whoa!
What is this?
This isn't you? You're not doing this?
I'm not. What? What is this? What about my plan? This wasn't supposed to happen.
Kill him! Yeah, he's dead.
Huh.
Rena, what's happening up there? I just got to the base of the tower. What even's going on?
I don't know. It just
Never mind. We'll freak out later. Right now, you gotta get out of there. You gotta get us to safe point. You need to meet me down here. Right, I'm on my way. Well, new gimmick. No boss fight.
All right.
Go. I have no clue what's happening. This is extremely new.
Don't touch the red stuff.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, like, story-wise, I have no clue what's happening. What's happening? Ah! I see. Yeah, I guess everything's being corrupted now.
Nice.
Someone didn't blow in the cartridge. That reminds me, I told Dee this story, but I'll tell you, I don't think you've heard it. My uncle, like, randomly texted me out of the blue asking if I still had, the NES he's been letting me borrow. And, I was like, yeah, you want that? He's like, no, I need you to test something for me. Because he found a YouTube video where they, like, it was, like, top 10 Mandela effects. And one of it was, like, oh, not this way. One of them was, like, oh, you don't have to, you don't actually have to press down the NES cartridge. And, like, I was like, what? And I tested it, and they're wrong? You do? And they, like, because, yeah, that's what he was like, I'm pretty sure that's wrong. And I tested it, and, like, yeah, it's wrong. It took, like, 10 minutes to check.
Why even, like, put that out there as a thing?
They probably just read it off a website and were like, dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I don't know, it just frustrates me, though, because, like, people just don't check stuff like that, and then it just keeps, like, more misinformation just keeps happening.
It's true.
Oh, no.
So, you know what's something that's fun?
What up?
So, you're streaming the game to me, right?
Yeah.
Every time you're hit, you're just invisible for me.
Right, because it's 30 frames per second.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you have that too?
So it's only counting the blank frames there instead of all of them.
That was always what. Oh shit! I'm gonna hit.
Yep.
That was always one of the funniest parts to me about, like, older YouTube. Is, like, it just was 30 frames per second. There was just no getting around that. So anytime, like, someone would play an NES game, they just turn invisible when they're hit.
Yeah.
Ugh. There you are. Things are looking real bad. I already fought her, actually.
Oh. Okay.
You really have a way out? Sure do. Save this just for an emergency. Hold still. This is a big one. Greater teleport. Well, this is feeling like next thing is the final world, probably.
I would assume.
The fairies and everyone else
managed to make it out of the forest too. But the hollow soldiers stopped attacking, and Lua was never heard from again. All the portals leading to the forest stopped functioning, and nobody knows what happened. Just like that, whatever grand plot there may have been was seemingly undone by this strange disaster.
Just like that, none of the previous plot matters.
Regardless, the artifacts brought to this world and those who used them still remained. You can't get the ending unless you collect everything.
Well,
that would be shit.
Every character has this artifact. Like, the characters we meet just have them.
Oh.
So I don't think it's that. If it's like, oh, you gotta collect every cassette tape to form the super cassette tape. Not long
after the announcement from the Capitol came. All you?
Yeah. I'm trying to. I think we had a voice for this one. I don't know. A great catastrophe has befallen us. What was thought impossible has come to pass. By all accounts, the entire world, the very forest, has been completely destroyed. After much deliberation among the leaders of the capital, the office of the Archmage has given all authority to handle this situation. According to our research, the disaster had coincided with another event. The appearance and use of strange artifacts would bind to the users. These artifacts are of unknown origin and their use is to be considered dangerous. If found, they are not to be used under any circumstances, lest the disaster repeat. Any use of this artifact is forbidden and must be reported immediately. Furthermore, to reduce risk, magic is no longer to be practiced by unlicensed users. We will give all mages ample time to comply. Further details are forthcoming.
To get your doctorate in witchcraft in this world.
Yeah, now you do. You used to be able to practice freely. In ancient times, the Archmage was responsible for communing with the creators. Since then, the wisdom of the Archmage has been relied on for guidance during their silence. We ask for your continued trust in our judgment during this trying time. Captain Rosalina, report how it progresses the search for the artifact. That's definitely what it says, don't correct it. For the artifacts and their users.
We have taken 2 of them into custody, and we know the whereabouts of 2 more. We don't know how many of these relics remain yet accounted for, but we suspect that there can't be more than a dozen or so at most.
Thank you, General Grimslave. Do you have an update on your own project?
The core is stable and the hull is sound. All that remains is securing a crew. It is a dangerous venture. I gladly lay down my life, but volunteers are scarce. But once the matter is settled, your influence will extend beyond all boundaries.
Thank you, General. Both of you, your efforts are invaluable. We are facing dark times. Order must be maintained at all costs. This will be our guiding principle from here on. You are dismissed. Alright.
Nope, there's a 5th one.
Get the good bits. Fruits. That is the best level name I've ever heard.
Sometime after the announcement.
So, using special items like my grappling bracelets wasn't allowed anymore. I decided just to lay low for a while, see if anything else would happen. I stopped using my bracelets, but I didn't turn myself in. Then, another announcement came. The office of the Archmage was deploying some kind of special enforcer troop. It was important to them to find everyone who used these items. But they're special enforcers. They turned out to be Hollow Knights. I haven't seen any since the incident. They must be making new ones. I thought back to something Lewis said about the items like mine.
Your grappling bracelets, the huge Vandalum cannon, and the portal guns. It were to make the Hollow soldiers. All of gifts are in my world.
They said these special items are too dangerous to use under any circumstances. But here they are, using one themselves to make their own army. They think nobody knows where these soldiers come from, but I do. Something is definitely up. So I'm coming out of hiding. It's time to get to the bottom of this. I'm gonna find out where the Hollow soldiers are coming from. There's some kind of evil plot going on. I'm ready to stop it. So Finn says, why do I feel like they're the ones to blame for the disturbances? Maybe. So that's basically where I'm at right now.
Wow, what a story. Me, I'm just here to get myself some of these bits. But now there's lots of bad guys around, so I see what the deal is now.
You know this area better than I do. Do you think they're coming from somewhere nearby? Did you know?
Hey, you know, I think maybe I do. I seen something weird like a big old door.
A big door? That's definitely suspicious. Could you show me where?
Hey, I got my own stuff going on, you know. Tell you what, let's make a deal here. There's all these bad guys around, but I gotta get my bits. You help me get my good bits, and I'll show you the door. See up there? That's a good bit. Get me like 15 of them good bits. Once you got enough of them fruits... Oh yeah, I like to call them fruits. Anyway. Get like 15 fruits into my cart here, and I'll show you, okay?
Got it. You can count on me. Time to rustle up some fruits.
Be right back here. I'm gonna blow my nose and get some water.
If you must. While Jeriah is gone, I'll make riveting commentary such as chew. Ow. I really hope this is the final world. I'm like 80% sure it is, but you never know with some of these games. Didn't reach it. Almost. Alright. Whee! Dead. These bits be at. Are they over here? Die. There's one. Safun saying I'm betting one more short hidden world after. Oh shit, what the fuck just happened there? That was weird. Maybe I could see it. I don't know if maybe. I feel like games that like do that usually have a collectible, and all that really is here are like cassettes, so I don't know. I could see it easily though. Again, it is inspired by Sonic, and Sonic does that a lot, so fair enough. How far is this thing? Choo. And around I go again. Alright. Wee. Oh, interesting. I'm just gonna hope those are in relatively good spots when I get back down there. No! Oh. They are not in relatively good spots. That's not terrible. Oh. I remember this one. Alright. I gotta... Oh, god damn it. Which parts can be grabbed on? What?
Haha.
Hello.
You didn't get all the fruits yet?
No. There's two that I can see, but I don't know how to get them.
Have you tried grappling to them?
I did. It wasn't working. Oh.
Can you grapple that snow?
No, I tried that.
Oh. Can you throw the shield up in the air and then jump onto it?
No, that would be cool. Okay, that's the part I was like confused because they... I can't tell what parts are grappleable.
Is it not just all the black parts?
Nope.
Oh, that's not confusing at all then.
Yeah, like, see, that's not... That part is... It's... The ones in the air are weird. Let me see if I can... Like, that part isn't.
Huh.
In general, it seems like the squares are a relatively safe bet.
Seems to be the way. Squares good, not squares bad.
Yeah. I think I basically only have to get the ones that are in that one spot.
Nice.
Yeah. Because there's 3 up there.
Yeah. You just gotta get up there and you're all set.
We'll see how it goes. It should.
I believe in you.
I don't.
Oh. So I ordered Clerks 3.
Uh-huh.
Gets here tomorrow.
Alright.
It's the Best Buy Special Edition 4K Blu-ray Steelbook.
Of course.
I'm very excited.
Oh, well, someone was going to get you that for Christmas, huh?
That's what Liz said, and I was like, nobody's going to get me that exact gift.
How do you know?
Because it's just very specific.
You never know. That's my mom secretly was like, I think Jeriah likes Clerks 3.
That would be hilarious.
You owe me $200 if someone gets you it then.
If someone got me Clerks 3?
Yeah.
All right, I will give you $2.
Yeah, I'm fine with that too.
All right, cool.
Oh, there's a cassette on that side. I think I can get it.
Nice.
Yeah. Easy. Woo!
Man, you're so good at getting fruit.
I also do want to say, cassettes are really weird, because you would think it would just be like, one cassette per level or two, it's kind of random.
Really?
Like, I played levels that had 3 of them, and there's some levels that have none.
Huh.
I don't know what the rhyme is. Also, Miriam's saying now I'm doing it to Clerks 3, I assume.
Oh. Man, I'll take however many Clerks 3 copies I can get.
You are the only person I know who would get excited to get a movie they already own, I suppose.
And Clerks 3 was so good in theaters, I am so excited to watch it again.
I still only saw the 1.
We'll get there. I have a plan for next year, sir.
We're only watching Clerk-related media. Dry's gonna hate when we get to the animated series, but we sure are watching it.
So, I can't say anything on stream. I have an idea though.
Okay. Also, Miriam's saying it's a movie. I thought it was a game. If you find Clerks 3 for like the Nintendo Wii, Dry would like that too.
Yeah, I'll take it. Fuck it. Oh, is this me?
Yeah.
Well, here it is. The thing I have to show you. Weird, right?
I remember you said it was a big door, but this is really something.
Yeah, sure seems that way, huh? Anyway, it's clearly locked and no handle.
Well, there's definitely got to be something important inside. The weird glow, how come it's divided into 3 colors like that?
You know what, my friend? I bet you gotta find 3 things to open this door. Anyway, good luck out there, champ.
A 3-colored seal. I'm sure whatever 3 things holding this door closed are nearby. All right, down to business. Don't you just love this plot, Jeriah? It's so
perfect.
Good.
Yeah.
Go to dead.
It almost reads like a Genesis game parody.
I mean, like, if you like Genesis games and make one, sometimes you are just making a parody if you do it too closely. Like, I mean, obviously because it's designed this way, this person definitely loves Genesis.
Yeah.
But, like, they probably know the stories are really dumb.
You can only do so... I was gonna say you can only do so much, but... Man, there were a bunch of super complicated storied RPGs, so...
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would argue that's definitely... Like, that's why RPGs was such a popular genre at the time. You could do way more. Simpler mechanics means you have more space for everything else.
That's true. That's true. I mean, maybe less true nowadays, but then for sure.
Well, nowadays you can make Last of Us, and that was illegal back then.
Man, it would be... I don't know what you would even do if you tried to make a Last of Us on the like Genesis or the SNES or something.
My guess is it would be something like a Metal Gear NES.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually. Yeah.
I don't think it would be good.
I think you're also right about that.
Uh-oh. Mini boss. I think.
Oh, miniature boss. Oh god, it's a fan. Hey, it's your biggest fan.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
Die. Die.
All the bosses in this seem like not complicated.
No. It is a Genesis style video game. It's just hit him a bunch though. Uh-oh. This one might get me. Just kidding! Haha! Die. How many hits do you take? Okay.
17.
It's always one more. Oh, fuck. God damn it. Hey, I did it. It's always one more than you think.
Mm-hmm.
Whee.
A menthol cough drop in your mouth and cold water is the coldest thing in the world.
I'll take your word for it.
You should try it. It's thrilling.
I don't like cough drops much.
They're not great. They don't taste good.
I don't need them much either. On account
I don't either.
I don't get sick much, but you know.
I hadn't gotten sick. I was about to lie to you. I mean,
I was gonna say you get sick so often.
Yeah, I got sick in February. I was out for like a month, so. COVID twice. Fucking dropped a weight on my foot.
Well, that's not sick.
That's close enough.
No, because they don't. I don't think they pay you for that one.
No, they did not. No.
Also, I'm really low on health.
Yeah, you are. You gotta find some little diamonds. Gotta shine bright.
Like an Eggman.
Miriam says, they don't do much. They don't help you get better. They just numb your throat. Yeah, pretty much. They just make your throat forget that it hurts for a while.
Sometimes that's all you need in life.
Sometimes that's it.
I always wonder, like, I think the reasoning that they can't taste good is just so, like, kids don't huff a bunch of cough drops.
I mean, cough drops literally are just candy.
Yeah.
They're candy with, some of them are medicinal with, like, menthol or honey or something. But, no, there's cough drops that taste really good. They're called Ludens. I ate so many of them as a kid because I thought they were candy. But, yeah. I think one cough drop actually has more sugar in it than a Werther's.
Those are the gross caramels, right? Damn it.
No, there's the delicious caramels.
Hard candy, right?
Butterscotch, yeah.
Ugh.
What?
I don't like them.
Man, you're gonna have a hard time when you're old. You're sent 100 pounds of butterscotches every month when you're old.
Damn it, that's what the pension is?
Yeah, that's it, man.
I would also like to know, I went that way earlier in the level, and I just didn't go into this specific spot to fight a boss.
Good. As Zafoon saying, that's why I have to get the sugar-free ones. Which there are sugar-free ones, but I don't know if those are better or worse tasting.
Wait, but caramel's just sugar.
Yeah.
What is sugar-free then?
I don't know, just like flour. I don't know, man.
What? Just a daffodil, alright? You shut up.
Miriam says fake sugar.
Yes. I can't go that way. Whee.
Is like the key to getting through those parts just going really fast down those slides or something?
Ice gives you momentum.
Okay. Sam saying, sorry, I'm clearing my throat. Sam saying, after my last sickness, I found Ricola Swiss herb ones are actually good and don't taste like you're sick. That's good.
Ricola.
And then Zafoon coming in with the sugar ones fuck with my blood sugar, which is bad, especially when sick. And that's true.
Not advised usually by doctors. They usually are like, I haven't met a doctor I was like, you know, you're sick, but you should just really eat 70 peppermints right now.
Oh no, my doctor, like, every time I go in, he's like, man, your heart is real fucked up. You're still eating those 10 cheeseburgers a day, right? Alright, you keep it up, buddy. Every time, I don't know why. He also had me sign this thing that said life insurance. I don't really know what that was about.
I like the idea your doctor got life insurance on you.
Yeah.
Not your wife.
Sam says she ate so many bags of cough drops. Too much sugar.
I just don't. I barely, like, take anything when I'm the few times I'm actually sick. I just, like, my guess is it's probably because I'm, like, my father's son and my grandfather's grandson. But yeah. I hate, like, taking stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense. From the family that you're from.
Yeah. I take, like, one pill a day, and I'm like, oh, man, this is a lot.
Nah, man, I gotta take stuff or else I'm a little baby.
I learned it helps, which is, you know, crazy.
Oh, yeah, man, it's so much better when you're not in constant pain. You get a couple hours reprieve where you feel like almost a normal human being. You get a couple naps in, it's great.
I don't even take, like, stuff for headaches. I just deal with it.
Which is so insane to me, because... Well, I mean, that's insane to me. There's a bunch of people I know that, like, don't take anything for headaches. But I get super terrible migraines, so that's why it's always like, how do you not take anything?
Yeah, you have migraines. I don't. That's why. I mean, when I was really young, I would just hit my head against the wall if I got a headache.
Which I'm sure had no ill effects at all.
No, probably not. Not hard, just like, it's the thing of like you do it to distract yourself. There's a lot I could have done instead, obviously, but
sure.
Says I take a dangerous amount of meds.
I believe it.
I don't know what a dangerous amount of meds. Well, I do, but like that you would
probably
take normally.
Double than the amount they recommend. Even is I would say probably considered dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Also, with how much I get sick and how many meds I'm on whenever I'm sick, man, my liver and kidney just fucking hate me. Probably that's gonna be a problem later.
Yet you drink anyways. Come on.
Yeah, alcohol tastes good sometimes.
It doesn't.
I had a Mai Tai tonight. It was delicious. Tasted like so much rum.
All 3 of the seals should be broken now. Time to find out what's behind this door. Here goes nothing. A new car!
Sam says, I enjoy drinking Theraflu just cuz. That's insane to me. Theraflu's gross.
That is not what you should do. Oh, it's just a person.
Ah, are you the one who let me out? Am I free now? Or are you just here to lock me away somewhere else? Somewhere worse?
No, please don't worry. You're safe. For now. My name's Rena, and I'm a hero. Rescuing people is what I do.
Oh, thank you ever so much, Rena.
Also, catching up with chat. Miriam says, same E, I never take medicine, haven't died yet. Brian said, I too have not died.
Oh, that's good. You guys are doing great then. My name is Arlet. I'm the son of someone very important. That's why they locked me up here.
Brian is pretty conceited. Literally, Rena, like, just decided she's the hero one day. That's the actual lore. She just said she's gonna be the hero of the town. And, like, just practiced after she found these gauntlets that let her grapple hook. She was just like, I'm gonna be the hero.
I found one magic thing. I'm the good guy now.
Yeah.
Nice.
She came hard on that intro, yeah.
My father. They're keeping him deep in the place where the hollows are forged.
I bet this is Luau's kid.
Yeah, I know who that is.
The guy with the big nose that's evil that we saw.
Okay.
I bet it's his kid.
This person has eggs for eyes. It's not
Please
far
help
from here.
Scramble my eyes. They're over easy, and I don't like them like that.
I was scared, and I should have.
Oh no, don't be upset. It's all right. Wait, do you know what the Hollow Soldiers are made of? Are made? Really?
I do. That's probably another reason why they took me.
Probably. Well, you don't have to worry anymore. That's just where I need to go. I'll stop them and save your father. You can count to 2.
Really? I can show you the way, but I don't want to ask so much of you.
No need to ask. Beating bad guys and saving innocents is my bread and butter. There's no time to waste. I'm hungry.
This person, huh?
She sure is gung-ho.
Yeah.
It's just Sonic and Goku wrapped into one character.
No, that's dangerous.
Exactly.
Isn't that just Supersonic, though, or whatever?
Well, both of them can go Super Saiyan. Sonic can only go 1, though. Goku has 17 different forms of Super Saiyan.
Yeah, that's a fact. This is where my father is being held.
Whoa, is this on some sort of secret evil base entrance?
I don't know about that, but I know it's where the Hollow Soldiers are made.
So I was on the right track. The source of their army was here, so... Good job, Rena. They were, in fact, making them at a location.
I can get you inside, but I'm too afraid to go with you. I'm sorry.
Don't worry, this is hero stuff. It's what I was born to do.
Well, if you're really sure.
I'm not. Let's do it anyways.
Let's go! Thank you so much for helping me, Rena. You'll be alright, won't you?
Of course. You just sit tight and get ready for a father-son reunion. Woo!
Actually, man, that was great.
I play video games. Whoa,
Yeah.
This place is huge. For such a big place, they hit it really well.
Not well enough, it seems.
Ah, who are you?
I am Artificier Jules, the keeper of this facility.
It says, giving me a Don Quixote vibe, that Rena. She just made all of this up. She put the kid in there when he was asleep just to save him later.
Oh shit! And you must be the self-described hero with grappling bracelets. I've been expecting you. You're here to rescue my prisoners, I take it?
That's right, and don't think that's expecting me to be... Here I come! Oh.
It's a hologram. Just an image. Don't waste your time.
I'll show you! Well, if it won't do any good to hide, I'm coming to liberate all your prisoners!
Fine, just try not to make a mess or break anything.
Too late! I'm part of the liberal agenda! Liberation for all! That person seems awfully... You weren't expecting that, huh?
No, I wasn't.
That person seems awfully relaxed for someone who's just been found out. Well, they won't be relaxed for long. I'm gonna fucking kill them! Says sleepwalking. Yes, Rena, like, all this stuff is set up when Rena's sleepwalking, dreaming about, like, what she's gonna do. And then, when she's awake, she has to start fighting, actually. Rena says, I, missed that text. Oh, you didn't see the part where she said she's gonna fucking kill him? Die. Oh no, they're too heavy!
Oh, I didn't know that was a mechanic.
It is now.
Oh,
just added.
Oh, great.
Go to jail. Go to jail. What are you? What?
I am so ready to not have a cough anymore.
Well, have you tried just not breathing? I don't think you can cough if you're not breathing.
Man, my lungs have been trying to make me not be breathing for like a whole week now. They're just like, hey, you stop it, and I gotta keep spraying stuff into them that the doctor gave me.
You have been sick
Great.
longer than the most you've been sick, I'll definitely say.
What?
Like, longer than most of the times you're sick.
Yeah. Asthma's really fucking with me on this one, man.
You and your asthma, always causing troubles.
Yeah, just always a problem. What is that thing?
Big guy.
Oh, okay, cool. Man, that's fucking you up.
Nope. Dead.
Alright.
Just you
fun.
wait. Yeah, I mean, it's a Genesis soundtrack, and Genesis games
Yeah.
do slap,
Yeah,
as the kiddos say.
as the children say.
Yeah.
Father, this slaps so hard.
Father, can I have more dank rhymes?
Are there any more dank beats for me, sir?
Please, sir, just one more measure. Oh, shit, I'm on. Whee! Disguised. No one will ever know it's them.
That's silly.
It says true. Breathing is the #1 cause of coughs.
Scientifically proven. 9 out of 10 doctors say so.
You know what this game doesn't have that I feel like it would? There's no, like, dodging.
Huh,
Like,
yeah.
It just like feels like it should have a dodge button.
Maybe if there's a sequel.
Maybe.
Oh god.
There probably is one. Don't worry, I know the art of just get hit once and use the iframes.
Nailed it.
Oh.
Makes you want to dance.
Ow.
Oh,
Sam, sorry, I was distracted by Sam, who said that post-nasal drip. Ow, I was supposed to grab another one.
Zafun says, she never trained in dodging, just like a real hero.
True, you know, you think about Goku, never dodges, just takes the hit.
Just takes the hit, takes it in like a man. Just saying. Oh,
really?
you know what we can do on Sunday? When we're all
watch
hanging
Dragon
out?
Ball?
Well, no.
No!
I was gonna say watch Pinocchio.
Oh, yeah! Ow, fuck! What the hell? Where'd that come from? No, yeah, for sure.
Oh, fuck.
They're fucking me up. I'm out of here.
Yeah. Mention Pinocchio one time and you're just done.
I know. They didn't like that.
Yeah.
No, yeah, everyone's been like, oh yeah, this is really good.
Yeah. I wonder if it's gonna get Guillermo another Oscar.
I'm sorry? How did I get on here?
That's a great question.
I don't know. Depends. Well, the issue is it's gonna be put in the animated category. So
Right,
even if he
yeah.
wins it, no one's gonna consider it a real Oscar. What?
Oh, jeez.
Nah,
Get out of here.
I got it. Ooh, beat it. I bet it'll win some. Well, if it's in the anime category, there's just a chance they're not gonna watch it.
That's true. But they'll have heard everything that people said about it, so then they'll be like, well,
But what if they think it's the wrong Pinocchio? What if they vote Disney's Pinocchio?
that would be
There were
really
three
funny.
Pinocchio movies that came out this year. What if they
Yeah, that
vote
would
the
be-
wrong one?
That would be hilarious, actually.
I would love Disney wins, and they're like, yeah, like Del Toro was on his A game for this one.
That'd be great. We should stream those again this year.
Pinocchio?
The
Oh,
Oscars.
if Liz is in, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I've watched 2 award shows, and I feel like I've seen every award show on demand already. I don't know, like, I'm cursed with award shows, apparently. Something insane happens every time I watch one.
It's why you gotta be there. We need more entertainment.
We're gonna watch it, and, like, Del Toro's gonna get up there, and, like, he's gonna be like, I've actually created real Pinocchios, and, like, a bunch of, like, little Pinocchio clay figures are gonna start running around, like,
That'd be amazing.
there you
Like
are.
another great year at the Oscars.
There you are. You won't be able to hide behind your telegram anymore.
Hologram.
Whatever. Get out of that Instagram right now. Now you better show me where your prisoners are or else.
No need for or else. I won't put up a fight. I will bring you to the prisoners.
Really?
Yes. But first, allow me to explain my work.
No.
This is the Forge. Like your bracelets, it is what I have called a bound artifact. It only works for me. This is the device that creates the hollow soldiers, and it does so whenever I command. But without my command, it remains completely inert.
So if you're saying if I kill you, there will be no more soldiers. Just like my bracelets.
Precisely. I've studied this machine and in doing so have made incredible discoveries. I've even managed to accomplish things the Forge was never meant to do.
TMI.
However, it is only because the machine is bound to me You see, I fucked it. If a bound artifact is separated from its one user and can't be activated, then studying its workings is nearly impossible. It is like trying to measure the temperature of a campfire that went out a century ago.
I think we can do that.
I think we might be able to, actually.
Like carbon dating and all that. I feel like we might be able to do that.
Yeah.
Well, this is fascinating, but I didn't come here for a lecture. Where are the prisoners?
Zafun said, just one step away from the good guy doll. I'm not finished. But if you insist...
I do. You bitch. What? I can't move.
As I was saying, before you interrupted... I can't study these artifacts if they are separated from their users. In order to study their workings, I must have access to the bound user's essence. Meaning, of course, that I must keep them prisoner here. So now I'll take you to where the prisoners are, as promised. Don't worry, you won't be harmed. You won't even be conscious.
That's a relief. I was worried.
I'm very tired. This work can be so unpleasant.
Credits. Hey,
Mini boss.
No, I'm her.
Oh.
So, this is the place, huh?
Yes. Rena went in by herself a while ago and she never came back out.
He hasn't been answering my message spells. I knew there was something fishy about this. I should have contacted her sooner.
She might have gotten captured. Are you gonna go in too?
It's just the like accordion guy from Modern Song now.
Yeah.
Of course, I wouldn't do any good just standing out here, would I? I mean, fuck, look, it's alright, I can't talk to kids, see ya!
I guess so.
If you went in too, I wouldn't have found you, or found out where Rena was. So keep holding down, okay?
Alright. Please be careful.
Here we go.
Hey, you gotta be sword person now. Have you done this yet?
No. She's helped, but I've never been her.
Nice.
I don't think I actually use the sword. Oh no, I can't. Dang, she has way more moves than Rena. I don't have a grapple hook though.
It's okay, you have a sword.
It's true. Die.
It's way easier, it seems.
I don't know, these guys weren't much of a issue before.
Fair.
Whee. Oh, I can't wall jump either. Can I even grab?
Oh, you still have to do the puzzle though? Or is it a different puzzle?
This is a different puzzle.
What?
I don't think that was me, was it? What? Wait, what? I don't think...
Do you have a double
Oh,
jump?
I have a double jump! I was like, well, I'm done. Game over.
Soft blocked, sorry guys.
Ouch. Ah, fuck. Jump right into that one. Hang on. That was not the one I wanted to kill, but alright.
Good job murdering E.
I'm doing great. I'm just gonna leave. I don't think I need to fight basically any of this.
Yeah, you seem fine to just keep going on your way.
Hey. Oh. Okay, no, put it in there. No, put it in there.
Hey, you did it.
Boing. Nope. Pick it up.
You didn't hold the button, did you?
I did. It did the purple.
you stuck down here forever?
No, I could definitely get back up, but I don't understand what happened. I think it got caught. It got caught on the platform.
Yep, 100% it did.
Come down. Oh, it's like a distance thing. Okay. I'm glad I will never have to use this character after I save Rena. Hopefully. Whee! Excuse me, pardon me, sorry. Excuse me. Saving the world here, sorry, excuse me.
You're not the hero.
No. You don't have to be a hero to save the world.
I think you do. I think it's like in the contract.
Nah. I think it's just like a title. I mean, isn't that the whole plot of Suicide Squad? You don't have to be the hero to save the world?
Technically, yes. Yeah, you're right.
See? Never doubt me again.
I will, though.
That's rude. When have I ever given you any reason to doubt?
Oh. How can I count the ways? Sam's asking, what is this game called? I'm also curious.
Grapple Force Rena.
Grapple Force Rena.
I think it came out in 2020? It's fairly recent.
Good year for a game to come out.
A lot of games came out in 2020. Surprisingly.
Name 10.
Alright, hang on. Let me open up E's Ultimate Game video game list. I can't actually sort by 2020, so I'm just gonna go down and see which ones I see.
Okay, this is gonna take too long. There's like 900 things in there.
Alright, here we go. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Axe Girl. Everyone knows Axe Girl.
Definitely have heard of that, like everybody else has.
Azure Striker Gunvolt 2.
I have heard of that, actually.
Archipelago. Armio. Brave Dogs Road. Button City. That one was 2020.
Button City, okay.
Carrion was 2020.
Oh, was it? That I didn't realize it was that recent.
Yeah. Cats Are Liquid. Control. Control is 2020.
Was it? No, it wasn't.
Maybe only the version I played. It said it was when I looked it up, I think.
It was it was definitely out before then.
Let's see.
Because I had it.
Oh, sorry. It was
before
20,
PS5.
It was 2019.
Yeah, because I got it on PC because I wanted to play at 60 FPS and on something a little more competent than my PS4. Because if I had my PS5, I would just had that version.
Sorry. It probably was out on Steam in 2020.
Yeah, because it was a year deal for Epic Games.
Have to change a lot of these because they're wrong. Diving Duster, Dogs Throwing Swords 2, 3 Barks to the Wind.
It sounds like you put in a random generator to make up names.
Egg of Basan, Evergate, Keys Awakening.
None of these exist. Stop it. None of these are real games.
Fall Guys, Fat
You
Bear
can't beat that.
Week, Fight Crab, Forma 8.
These aren't real games.
Genshin Impact. That's not a real game. Go All Out, Going Under. You almost played that one, actually.
Going Under?
Yeah, that was the one you almost played on stream, actually. And I was like, oh, that's the one you said was like Hades when you looked at it.
I don't even remember.
Alright. Golf with Your Friends, Gun Rounds, Gut Whale, Hargrave.
You've made your point. You've made your point. Let's get back to the video game.
Oh, you didn't want me to go. I was only in the H's though.
So we're fine.
No, I would say like 2020 was definitely a higher year than normal.
I'm gonna Google because I don't even know what came out in 2020 for like games I play.
Fall Guys.
like I said, for games I play.
You played it. I know you played it.
I have played it, but it's not like a game that I looked forward to. It was free on PlayStation Plus.
There was probably a Call of Duty or Battlefield that came out that year.
Let's see. Oh, the Avengers game. I did play that. Ghost of Tsushima. That was great.
Yeah, I bought you that one.
Ori and the Will of the Wisps. You did get me Ghost of Tsushima. That's correct. Yeah. Sackboy's Big Adventure. Great game. Doom Eternal. Okay. Last of Us Part 2. Fucking phenomenal.
Got all these 2020 games.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 remake. Animal Crossing.
That did, yeah. That was a good year for that to come out.
Cyberpunk.
That was a bad year for that to come out.
Immortals Phoenix Rising. That was a great game to come out whenever it came out for me, because it was right when I hurt my foot, and I put like 80 hours into that game because of that.
What's that game about?
You know Breath of the Wild?
Oh, yeah.
It's that, but I think actually better.
Illegal statement to make, sorry.
You're right. Spelunky 2 came out that year. Bugsnax.
There are many bugs.
Resident Evil 3 Remake.
Oh no, I think I have to beat the boss as sir.
Spider-Man Miles Morales. Man, all kinds of things came out, actually.
Yeah. Mr. No video games came out in 2020 in the history of video games. Could you imagine just none? Not a single video game came out.
Yeah, Google's like, sorry, bro, nothing.
Hey, you must be the one in charge here.
Did someone leave the door open? No bound artifact. Just an adventure. No use. This isn't a dungeon full of treasures, you know. Be off now.
Treasures, get real. You know exactly why I'm here. Where's Rena? What did you do to her?
I take it you mean the last one to wander in here? She's fine. You're contributing nothing and wasting my time. I need to return to work.
I'm about to lay waste to more than your time, you fucking nerd. I'll give you one last shot to cooperate before I do. Oh. Not before I cooperate.
Very well. If you insist on staying, I can find some use for you after all. It's about time I took the fruits of my research on a field test.
Oh no, he has the Chaos Emeralds!
Huh.
Is that all of the... Come on!
They're only copies, but I don't believe you will notice the difference.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That's just not fair.
Not fair. This isn't a competition, you know. This is research. I am, however, expecting an honest effort out of you.
Fuck you! I'm only putting in the C a great effort.
The bare minimum at best, bitch. Shall we begin?
What? All these moves suck so much.
What do you mean? You got it. You're nailing it.
Why is that one hit backwards?
That's to confuse the enemy.
They don't even go anywhere. What's the point of this portals? Okay, I hit him, I guess.
Uh-oh.
Ouchie.
You got grappled, son.
I apparently hit him 2 times.
4 times.
Alright, please just die. What a riveting boss fight, you know?
Yeah, that was, I don't know how you got through that, man.
What's your second form?
Well, then.
Yeehaw. How long was that fight? Let's see. 55 seconds!
Beautiful.
Hey, looks like you got the results of your research. Use a bitch. Conclusion, you can't beat me no matter how many dumb gadgets you have.
I got some valuable data, yes. But the goal wasn't to defeat you.
Yeah, I bet.
It's true. I was just testing my research. If I wanted to defeat you, I would have used my infinite army of hollow soldiers.
Ah.
You can try to fight them, but they'll just keep coming.
Gross.
Just like me.
This is, this sucks.
Get a head start now, and maybe you'll escape.
Just kill him.
Maybe.
Neat.
What?
Huh?
Stop!
Holy shit! Why is this character from the bullet hell now?
What is this game, man? Arlet. It's me, your child. Okay.
Who speaks like that? Father, it is I, child!
I'm all right. You don't have to do this anymore. Arlet, I'm glad you're safe. I'm sorry I wasn't brave enough to fight back when they took me away. But I'm free now. They can't keep you here anymore.
Wait a minute, so Arlet's...
My greatest creation, yes. He is the ultimate hollow soldier. But more astoundingly, he is his own person, with his own will.
I don't know if I'd say that's the greatest creation. I feel like most people can do that.
Yeah, I think like it's pretty easy actually.
Yeah.
People do it accidentally all the time. And he has become as dear to me as my own son. I am your son, right?
No.
We've been over this. Technically, no. But, alright, yes, you are.
I hate to interrupt the tearful reunion, but where's Rena?
Ah, right.
There's all the characters you didn't see. Whoa!
What?
What happened? My head hurts. I want to go home. Where did they take me? I don't know. As soon as I find out. Oh, what did I do last night?
Give them some time to recover, and I will explain everything. And so, Artificer Jules explained everything. Lua had given him the forge, letting him study it as long as he kept making soldiers. After the disaster and Lu's disappearance, he had continued his research in solitude. It wasn't long after that before the Archmage's forces found him, demanding he work for them. After refusing to make them any hollow soldiers or give access to his research, they forced him to cooperate by kidnapping Arlet, the only person he cared about. And that is why most of you are here. They brought me the individuals they had already arrested for using bound artifacts, in hopes that I could reverse engineer them to make them more powerful new weapons.
That's just terrible. So this is the wisdom of the Archmage. He's using a catastrophe of power to make a grab for power. Disgusting humans. I have to say, as far as schemes go, I'm not a fan of this one. Especially because it involved kidnapping me! Like they got boss me around. Me, I'm the biggest boss there is. I'm gonna grind up their bones. I don't know about everyone else, but I'm headed to the capital. As long as there's evil afoot, I need to be there to stop it. Hey, not by yourself you're not. Jeez, this kid. I will accompany you as well. If the Archmage will not stand for the truth and order, it is my duty to kill them. I get the feeling the rest of us are more vengeful types. I'm honking mad. Who opposes me will taste my blade. I'm even remember close to what that one was. You comment want to get in on this revenge action?
No, I don't think so. Arla detests fighting, you see.
Suit yourself. Oh, speaking of suiting yourself, a bit of friendly advice. Get a haircut.
Thanks.
Is it a whole nother world? Oh, it is.
Oh, I think we have to do another stream.
Yeah. Might not be a Wednesday. I might just do it randomly sometime this week, to be quite frank, but...
Okay. But yeah, because I think that's just my time for the night.
Yeah, that's fine. I imagine this is all that's left in the game.
I would bet, yeah.
6 is a reasonable number.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah. I'm still digging this game. It's a lot more story than gameplay.
It seems remarkably silly.
It is very silly. I'm fine with it. It's fun. It's hammy. I love some ham.
Yeah, honey ham's great.
We're not having any this Christmas, so you know, you gotta get your ham somewhere.
It's true.
But if any of you guys want to get a hold of us, see our, when we stream, when we podcast, all the things, we got a Linktree, linktr.ee/LOIP. And that's all the social medias, listed medias, our Twitch. I forget if we said, probably none this Saturday.
Yeah, nothing this Saturday because the whole Christmas Eve and whatnot thing.
Yeah. If anything, that might be when I randomly finish this game. Who knows?
Okay.
But yeah, so Wednesday is probably the next time we'll catch up with you guys. And then that Saturday we probably also won't be streaming after that. No Saturday streams for a bit.
Maybe. Why won't we stream the one after that?
New Year's?
Maybe not, yeah. Maybe, though.
I don't know. We'll see.
I might do something.
Yeah. But yeah, so podcast stuff is happening slowly.
Yeah, so if you've been paying attention to the podcast at all, if anybody who is watching this archive or watching us live right now, you'll notice that we haven't put anything up since our Christmas Day episode. That's because it was expected that we would have our end of the year stuff out a lot sooner. And then I started dying. So that didn't work out as well as I thought it would. That'll be starting going up very soon. Not this week, but soon. And then once we're done putting that up, we'll come back with the regular show whenever we're very well rested. And it might have some new things about it. We'll see what happens. There's some discussions that need to be had. But yeah. It's all the end of the year stuff's gonna be out before you know it. I promise it'll be there.
Ooh.
We have most of it recorded.
Woo. Briar says, "I'm back. Welcome back. You're in time for the end."
Welcome. You did it.
We're finishing up here, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah. Happy Hanukkah and all the other holidays, I guess, too. And thank you all for watching, of course, and we'll catch you on the next one. Goodbye.
Bye.